Welcome back. You're watching NDTV Profit. Let's pull up the stock of KEC International for you. Now, while the markets have corrected quite a bit, that stock is up 3% and holding up in the green on news that it has bagged orders worth 838 crore rupees. To talk to us about this development, we are joined by Mr. Vimal Kejriwal, MD and CEO of KEC International. He is joining us on the phone line from Mumbai. Mr. Kejriwal, thank you so much for speaking with us at NDTV Profit. Can you give us a few more details about the orders that you've bagged? I believe in aggregate, they're about 838 crore rupees.
Yeah, the total orders registered is 838 crores, of which 778 crores are from our transmission distribution business and 60 crores are from our cables business. If you want to look at it geographically, then almost 57% are from India and the balance 43% are from our overseas markets.
Right. So, for the T&D business orders that you have got, have these come in mainly from Power Grid, and what is the scope of the order?
Roughly, let's say less than half, 45% are from Power Grid. There are two orders of Power Grid of almost 336 crores. Then we have one order from Sterlite, which is a private sector company for the PPP project. And then we have got a very good order from Bhutan, which is a GIS substation, one of our first GIS orders outside India. And then we have some orders from our SA Tower, Mexico and Brazil.
Right. What is the scope of these orders, the T&D projects, and what is the timeline for execution?
The timeline would be anywhere from 15 months to 18 months. Couple of them may be slightly longer, but on an average you can take 15 to 18 months. And the scope is for the transmission. It's basically building the transmission lines in the north and west of India. And as I said, Bhutan is a GIS substation. In the subsidiary in Brazil, we actually got a large EPC order, and the others are small supply orders.
Right. And how are the margins split between the international and the domestic business for the T&D orders?
The margin on the international orders would be slightly better than the domestic orders, but on an average, I think we can take it between 9 to 10%.
All right. And in the cables business, was this also a domestic order?
Cables, most of them are domestic orders, yes.
Right. And what are the margins on your cables business?
Cables, generally the margins would be lower. I think I don't have the exact number, but they would be between 6 to 7%.
Right. Wanted to understand then what is your order book now, and what is the status on execution? Has there been any slowdown, or has that been swift?
The order book right now is 10,600 crores plus, and in addition to that, we have got L1 positions of 3,000 crores. As far as execution is concerned, normally what we find is Q2 is a slightly dull period because of the monsoons normally, but otherwise we are not seeing any other impact on the execution.
So approvals and all of that is happening on time?
Yeah, I don't think, in fact, that's one plus thing which has happened since the new government has come in, is that on forest clearances and ROWs, etc., we are finding action, speeded up.
All right. So this year, what kind of growth are you penciling in for your revenues?
Last year we did around 8,500 crores. This year we are talking about 10 to 15%. So anywhere between 9,500 crores plus or minus a little bit here and there.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Kejriwal, for speaking with us at NDTV Profit, giving us more details of the orders backed by KEC International. A large part, about 778 crore rupees coming in from the transmission and distribution business. Orders coming in from Power Grid, from Sterlite, as well as from Bhutan. Let's keep it with the earnings, and let's pull up the stock of Ashiana Housing.